Have you ever said yes to something that looked and seemed good? Like an opportunity to serve, like an opportunity to share, only to realize later that it drained you, distracted you, or even took more of the time and energy that you did not have to pull you away from something you knew you were supposed to be doing? My name is Naomi Claxton, and I'm here for day 15 of my new book, For His Glory, Disclosing and Destroying the Spiritual Roots of Codependency. And today we're talking about guarding your yes. The enemy doesn't tempt us with sin, always. He distracts us with things that seem good. Guarding your yes is spiritual warfare. It keeps us focused on what God has called us to do in this season, instead of allowing ourselves to be consumed with what merely seems like a good idea. Jesus warned in Matthew 7 that the path of life is narrow and there are few that find it. Not because it's hidden, but because few are willing to wait, pause, and listen long enough for the Spirit to lead. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 is one of my favorite scriptures. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understandings. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path." Every Spirit-directed, Spirit-led no is not an act of rejection, rebellion, or disobedience. It's an act of trust. Every pause to pray or wait on God is not time wasted. It's not procrastination or intentional delay. It is spiritual warfare. We see this truth vividly in 1 Kings 13. There, a prophet was given a clear instruction: deliver his message, leave, go home another way, do not stop to eat or drink in that land. But along the way, another prophet claimed God had told him differently. Trusting that other voice more than the words that he heard from God cost him his life. It's a sobering reminder that others will tell us what they think the Lord has said about your calling, because what they desire, they feel is more important than what God has told you. You are not accountable for their ministry, for their calling, for their assignment. You are accountable to what God has told and assigned you in your season. God's instructions are not suggestions. Obedience cannot be changed, modified, or tweaked by convenience or by the persuasion of others. Guarding your yes means reviewing your commitments and asking, is this mine to do? Or am I carrying something that looks holy but is not my assignment? Sometimes obedience will look like doing less, but doing it with more focus, more power, and more peace. What good things have crowded your life in this season that may not be God's things? Where do you need to pause, pray, and wait before giving another yes? Your yes is sacred. Guard it. When you say yes to everything, you leave no room for the thing that God needs you to do with excellence. The assignments that God gives us are not for play. They will require everything that we have in some instances. The bigger your purpose and your calling, the less you have room for on your plate. Outside of what God has assigned, we need to audit our commitments in this season. I'll see you tomorrow for day 16, where we talk about the power of a holy no.